All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking about real music in real time for like a couple of real people out there, just like you and just like me. Thanks for being here. Thanks to the patrons and YouTube members and everyone else. Quick note, patron Dan has alerted me that there are different ways to get notifications on videos, and you have to select all. Okay. So if you're not selecting all, you're not going to get notifications on new videos. So again, you click the bell and it's going to give you different choices. It's a little drop down thing. And one of those choices is all. So click on all, um, and hopefully that will fix some of the issues. He suggested I tell folks this, and hopefully that will help the situation. Now, going to be talking about Foreigner or Foreigner. And before I talk about the band, Three Tenors or T3 Nors. I mess that up every time. This is why I need to be in charge of marketing and development at both Frontiers and Escape Music. Call it what it is. Three guys who could sing really well. But T3 Nors to me is like, it's 2 o'clock in the morning and you've had too much to drink and you blurt out something. But these are three amazing singers. Their album is called Naked Soul, and you got to go listen to it. In fact, if you're a Foreigner fan, there are a couple of guys, actually all three of them in this group, who could probably sing lead vocals for Foreigner. The great Kent Hilly from Perfect Plan, Toby Hitchcock from Pride of Lions, and Robbie LeBlanc from a number of different projects, who probably most famously in a band called Find Me. All right. But just a really great singer. So here it is, Naked Soul by T3 Nors. And hit the bell and it'll say all for notifications. So there's your boring informational part of the video. For those of you who just don't care about new music, I get that. So let's talk about Foreigner. They're on their farewell tour, right? Foreigner is not retiring after the farewell tour. Jeff Pilson confirms. Now, here's what kind of bothers me. All right. Last year, Kelly Hansen went out there and he was saying, I can't do this at this level forever. A lot of guys, they just keep going and it's not good and they don't sound good. I sort of addressed that last night in a video that dropped here about Journey's current tour. And of course, their catalog is probably even more difficult than Foreigner's catalog. But again, you've got Lou Gramm against Steve Perry, and it's really difficult to maintain that level of proficiency on lead vocals. But yet, Kelly Hansen has done a good job. And I liked what he was saying. He was saying stuff like, I don't want to be here too long. Peter Cetera, by the way, said that over and over again right before he retired. He's like, I don't want to be one of those guys who goes on too long and who sounds like crap. Okay. It's pretty simple. So it was good stuff. I'm agreeing with Kelly Hansen throughout that period. But now the band obviously is out on tour this year with Styx. And I think that's more touring than many people thought would happen. I think it's going to go into 2025. And Foreigner was recently nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now, if Foreigner gets in to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they're going to have to keep touring, right? I mean, people are going to want to see this newly inducted Rock and Roll Hall of Fame band. So anyway, an interesting discussion that Jeff Pilson has. I guess he was on a podcast and he reflected on what the tour signifies. This tour began back in July of 2023. He says this is a 2-year farewell tour. And it doesn't mean we're going away. It just means this is the end of the 9 months on the road kind of touring. Now, again, my question here is Kelly Hansen able to keep going after the 2-year farewell tour? And then whatever you're going to do after that, is Kelly able to do that? Isn't this kind of going against what Kelly Hansen said? And again, I'm just going by what these guys talk about. You know, if they talk about, hey, we don't want to be out there forever, and they're taking a page out of the KISS retirement playbook, yeah, we're not going to tour as much. But if we get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, now he doesn't say that here. I'm not sure if this was recorded prior to the announcement that Foreigner was up for possibly being inducted. And I'm sure that surprised everybody in the band because, Jan Wenner is gone. So a lot of people think now, oh, we're actually going to put in a few bands that are more in line with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Like I said, this list was better. It was still not great, but it was better than last year's list. And so without Jan there policing everything and not allowing these great American bands or bands that are both American and British, technically that's what Foreigner is, now some stuff is going to maybe get through that didn't get through before. They better hurry up because a lot of these guys are getting old. It would be nice to honor everybody while they're still here. Anyway, Jeff Pilson goes on to say, the lifestyle has taken its toll. It's traveling, it's family, it's all that stuff combined. We're not that young, so there is all of that. And basically, we want to have a life. It would be nice to have more of a life. I mean, my daughter is in college now. I've missed a lot of stuff with her. And then he says this, and so I wouldn't mind going home and spending a little more time in my studio because, boy, do I love to record. How does that go along with, gee, I missed a lot of time with my daughter, so I want to go home to my studio? His daughter is in college now. Anyway, it's stream of consciousness. I understand where he's coming from because I will oftentimes switch subjects mysteriously. My brain will just go somewhere, and I didn't intend it to go somewhere. It's kind of like when Donald Trump said they were going to change the name of Pennsylvania. I didn't understand that. I mean, what are they changing the name to? And why would they do that? But anyway, so there's a special series of shows called Feels Like the Last Time happening at the Venetian Theater in Las Vegas. So Jeff Pilson, very busy too these days. He's got Foreigner. He's got this band called the End Machine. He's a member of Revolution Saints. So again, he's a busy guy. But I just wonder, is this just a way to make people buy tickets because they see farewell tour? And so they think this could be the end of Foreigner. I better grab some tickets. And KISS did it, and they didn't really offend enough fans to deter those who still wanted to see KISS play concerts. And of course, we all know that those concerts weren't exactly live music in the traditional sense. All right. And the avatars are coming. Maybe Foreigner should look into avatars, or they may be going on for many years to come, which begs the question, is Kelly Hansen kind of going against what he said? I'm thinking he kind of is, I mean, maybe he wanted to start this conversation early on. So maybe he'll go to age 70 and then call it a career. There are some bands that manage to go on and sound pretty good. The Eagles went on much longer. I think, though, they're leaving at the appropriate time. There are a few other groups out there that can still do this. The Rolling Stones, Starship. I talked about the bionic vocals of Bill Champlin the other day. Just a crazy good singer at his age. 76 years old, and not embarrassing at all. Just very strong on vocals and playing guitar and playing keyboards. So we shall see how long this will go on for. I think it's just kind of interesting that they said they were going away, and yet they're really not going. Farewell kind of means goodbye, right? Farewell, so long. Or maybe we'll be back someday, but they said farewell. It's not a farewell. It's we'll see you again, but not as frequently. So there you go. One more time with the T3 Norse, Naked Soul, great album, great singers, well produced, well written, classic AOR sounding material. If you like Foreigner, check out T3 Norse. I don't think you'll be disappointed. And one more time on the notification bell. The little drop down thing, it says all, click on that. And again, YouTube members and patrons, those are two ways you can support the channel. Links to those things will be in the description of this video. Thanks for watching. God bless everyone. Pray for peace in the Middle East and around the world, as there are several hot spots in the world right now. And, we're always close to a major world war. We need some diplomacy. We need to exert some strength like we used to, but we also need some diplomacy. So there you have it. Those are my foreign policy credentials. Also, you can check out over on Politically Homeless. I had this great conversation with James Roguski about the World Health Organization. So you should check that out if you're interested in politics. My political takes are bizarre. They're not what most people think they should be, I've noticed. So anyway, God bless, and I will talk to you soon.